In this video, we will try to solve a valid parentheses coding challenge. If we look at the description, given a string containing just the characters, we have a bunch of opening and closing parentheses of different type. Determine if the input string is valid. An input string is valid if open brackets must be closed by the same type of brackets. Open brackets must be closed in the correct order. Note that an empty string is also considered valid. So we have a bunch of examples. The first one is just opening and closing brace, which evaluates to true. The next one, we have just a bunch of opening and closing braces of different type, and it's also evaluates to true. This guy evaluates to false because we have opening and closing parentheses of a different type. Okay, this example is interesting. So because we're opening with square brackets, we like the count of these opening square brackets it's correct, but because we have opening square brackets, the next closed one needs to be square bracket, and that's why this string of braces evaluates to false. Okay, and this one also evaluates to true. Cool. So now let's look at the solution. Okay, so basically what we'll be doing is iterating over each character, so each brace. And what we will be doing is every time when we encounter opening brace, we will push the corresponding closing brace of the same type to the stack. Right? Right. So we're currently at the opening brace, and we will push the corresponding closing brace to the stack. We move to the, now we just move to the next brace. We have opening bracket, and we just push the closing bracket to the stack. Okay, moving to the next character. Now we have a closing bracket. So what we'll do is just pop the current or the last item from the stack and compare these two guys. Yeah, these guys are the same. It's good. And we just move along to the next character, dance character. And the next brace is closing brace. We pop this brace from the stack, compare the two items, they are the same, and we're all good. Once we're done and the stack is empty, return true. If not, false. Okay, so let's look at the time-space complexity for this solution. So time complexity for this one is, so we're iterating over each character, so it's O of n in the space, because in the worst case we are pushing each character to the stack is also O of n. Right. So now I want you to pause this video and try to implement solution on your own. Okay, so let's implement the solution. First, what we'll do is just initialize stack. Next, now we want to iterate over each character or each brace. So if the current brace is opening brace, We will be implementing this function in a bit, but now we just want to implement the API for this function. Okay, so if it's opening brace, we will be pushing or appending the corresponding closing brace. We'll have hash of mappings and just which will return corresponding closing brace. So else, if it's not opening brace, now we will have to check if the last item in the stack, so if the last item in the stack is the same as the current brace. So if it's not the same as the current brace, we will just false. We'll just return false. Yes. And after we're done with this iteration, iterating all of the characters, we need to check if the stack is empty. Right, so now let's just implement the isOpening function. We will initialize, let's say, okay, let's see, just a new set, yes. In this set we will have just all the different types of opening braces. Right, and okay, so we are initializing set of all the opening brace types, and at the end of this function we are just checking if this set has the current brace in it. If it has its opening brace, and it will return true. If not, it will return false. Okay, and the last thing we need to do is have a mappings hash table, which will be just all the different types of opening closing braces. So let's see. Okay, at the beginning we are just initializing the stack. We are creating mappings for all the opening braces. Then we are iterating over each character. If for the current brace, if it's opening brace, we just push the closing brace to the stack. If it's closing brace, we pop the last item from the stack. We just compare it to the current brace. If they are the same, continue. If not, just return false, because we know we don't need to continue. At the end, if the stack is empty, return true. Okay, let's run for all the test cases, see if they pass. They do pass. Yeah, this is it. I hope this was helpful to you, and till next time, bye.